Hello, my name is Mercury, and welcome to this brand new episode of Media Faye. Today, once again, I'm alone. Today, I'll be discussing the second trailer for Skull Island, the new MonsterVerse animated series. So yeah, this is my second time talking about this show's trailers. This show will be coming out in a few days. You're hearing this maybe on June 19th. I think June 19th maybe. As this is when the episode's coming out, and right now it's it's coming out in 2 days, 3 days, on June 22nd. So on Netflix. So that's Thursday. That's one day after Secret Invasion. So yeah. It's coming very, very soon. This new trailer shows a lot more than the first one. This episode might be shorter than the trailer on the episode on the first trailer, mainly because I have nothing. I don't know. Maybe I'll discuss it more. I don't know. So I guess without further ado, let's begin. So like I said, this trailer shows a lot more than the first one. It shows a lot more about the plot. It's a lot longer. The first one was 47 seconds long. Like, it didn't show that much. And, yeah. It is the next installment in the MonsterVerse after Godzilla vs. Kong. This is the second time we've seen Skull Island, so, yeah. And the third time we've seen Kong. So now Godzilla and Kong are now tied. And I think they will remain tied for the next one. Well, I mean, there's gonna be Godzilla and the Titans, and then there will also be Godzilla. It's called New Empire. So I think Godzilla will take the lead on how many times he's appeared in the MonsterVerse, but that's not really something important. So our next entry in the MonsterVerse, this one, and the plot. I mean, it seems like in the show we'll be going through two separate groups that both kind of want the same thing, or are tied to each other. And I think that's the best way to put it. They're tied to each other. There is the, I guess, gorilla group that we have here, which, I mean, it might be Monarch, it might not be Monarch. I don't know. I don't think it is Monarch, but they're on the island, and there's also this other group of, I'm guessing, teenagers, which are also on the island, that I guess will serve as our main characters, which is this guerrilla army group are hunting down this girl, which is with the teenage group. And honestly, they're all stranded, and they're all stranded on Skull Island. And honestly, I mean, it's fine. It's not that big of a departure from what was in Kong Skull Island. But I guess they should have done. I think something new would have been, I think, a lot better. At least they're fleshing out Skull Island a lot more in this show. It's something that I think something as important as what I think Skull Island is like the origin, is very important in the MonsterVerse. It is a hub for the Hollow Island, for the Hollow Earth. Like, it leads into the Hollow Earth and all that. So it's a very important place lore-wise. I think it needs to be explored more, and this show is going to have that. So I'm glad we're getting more exploration of what Skull Island could be and what it really is. And we're getting a ton of new monsters in this show that are originated from Skull Island. We're even getting the Skull Crawlers back, so I mean, that's cool. Last time we saw Skull Crawlers was in Kong's Godzilla vs. Kong. So yeah, there's that. But you know, I don't know how it's gonna rate to the main MonsterVerse as a whole. It seems like, I don't know. It seems a bit weird. Like, in every installment of the MonsterVerse, there's something to anchor it to it. Like there's like to each installment. But in here, it just seems like it's its own separate thing. Which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, because it's always been it's been a staple of the MonsterVerse to have that. But maybe it's having something completely new in store for it. Maybe I think could work. And something that's kind of confused to me about this, I think I mentioned this in the first episode, the first trailer, like the episode on the first trailer, is how it's gonna fit on the timeline. Because to me, it seems like Kong is still young, so this might take place. I don't know, sometime between. Sometime between Skull Island and Godzilla 2014, which, you know, I mean, it that's a timeline we've never really seen before, and that is a really big time span. That's around 40 years. So I think maybe something set in there. I think it's set in there. But I don't mind it being something like in a whole new place. Maybe it is in the 2020s, where we are now on the MonsterVerse. Like Godzilla vs. Kong took place in 2024, for instance. Maybe we're in that era. I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think we are in the 2020s, because Kong, the scar on Kong looks pretty new, and I don't know if he always had that scar, or that was a product of the skull crawlers in the Skull Island movie. But I think this has to take place either after Skull Island, like between Skull Island and Godzilla vs. and Godzilla 2014. I think maybe like early, like late 1990s, early 2000s. Maybe even early 2010s, maybe late 2000s, early 2010s. Maybe just a shred of doubt there. Maybe just like a maybe, or this takes place like I said last time I talked to here about it. Like maybe it's set between Godzilla 2014 and Godzilla King of the Monsters, where it's like. It's Monarch's expedition to Skull Island after Skull Island, or maybe I don't know the timeline. Maybe it is. Maybe the Skull Island expedition is between Godzilla 2014 and Kong Skull Island. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if the books are canon. I have Awakening and Aftershock, and I don't know if they're canon or not. I don't have any of the Kong books or the Kong novels, or graphic novels. And I don't have Godzilla Dominion. So I mean, yeah, there's that. And I'm really interested to see how this like girl character, like I don't know the name of her. I'm just gonna call this the girl character because that's what they call her. I'm interested to see how it plays out, because she feels like Gia from Godzilla vs. Kong, the girl who could like talk with Kong and like a friendship with Kong. I'm interested to see how she plays into this, and because she rides one of the monsters on Skull Island, and that's gonna be really. I think that's gonna be interesting to see, like, if there are more people with bonds to animals on Skull Island. Yeah, I hope they flesh out Skull Island more in this show than they did in Skull Island. Now that in Godzilla vs. Kong, we know that Skull Island is kind of like a desolate wasteland at this point. At the point of Godzilla vs. Kong, so now they're gonna be moving out. That it's gonna be all in Kong's domain is in the Hollow Earth. So yeah, there's that. So they have a lot of room to play with. We didn't really see much of the island in Skull Island, so they can adapt a lot. They can put a lot of new monsters in here, and they already put a lot of interesting monsters in here already. And there's the crab. A lot of the monsters. Something I gotta say. Like in general, just in the monsters that we see here, just there are a lot of them that share a face. Like they share very similar attributes to other like animals on Skull Island, which I mean I could see being like they're related, like their species are related maybe, but I don't know. They just don't seem alike and all that. So yeah, they just I don't know. I don't know. It looks like they're just reusing like things, that they're reusing models and all that. Not like reusing models. They're reusing like character attributes because they don't want to keep making characters. They don't want to keep making more monsters and monsters because they've already expended everything. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how all this plays out in the MonsterVerse as a whole. And you know, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this show. I can't wait to see how it plays out in the MonsterVerse. I can't wait to see, I don't know if it's gonna have any impact. I don't think it is. I think it's more to flesh out the Skull Island now that we can't really go back to it. But yeah, I hope, like most shows, I think right now, I think what they least need is a second season. Here a second. I hope that this show gets it together and makes a solid first season, like just a season where it's fine, like it's good enough on its own. I could see there being a second season. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could see there being a second season, but I hope that there isn't a second season, then I hope that the first season is a storyline that's fine enough as it is. You know, it's good enough as it is. It doesn't need another installment. You know, it doesn't need a second season. But I could definitely see there being a second season, and I'm honestly really open to the idea of a second season. But yeah, just there's that. I don't think Kong's gonna have that much of a role in this show, because I think this show's gonna be mostly about Skull Island itself and not Kong. So you know, it is what it is. I hope it turns out good. I don't want this to be the first like failure of the MonsterVerse. But yeah, we'll see with this show and all that. So I think that's about it. I thought the trailer revealed some interesting stuff. I'm not really that grand on the two the teenager side of it, but whatever, you know, it's fine. So yeah, that's really about it. I'm excited. So yeah, see ya.